John Stevenson, and Stevenson has fed Igo. This is promising for Swindon, and Paul Robinson is called into early action. And now it's Chapuis on the break at the other end. It was a low cross by Igo, well plucked by the Leeds keeper. John Stevenson, one of only 3 players in the Swindon side with Premiership experience, albeit limited at Leicester. Here's Alan Smith. Olembe. Chapuis to Smith. Interesting to see how those two gel this evening. It's not Mark Viduka for Leeds tonight. Chapuis, Smith, back with Cyril Chapuis, and Chapuis's made his own luck. Runs to his left by Bart Griemink, get out the shot from the Frenchman. Igo. Stevenson, should have been able to buff it. Roque Junior, who's nearly twice his height, off the ball quite like that. Stevenson once more. Hewlett. Miglioranzi. Well, this just wasn't a fair contest. He should pick on someone his own size. Smith. Kelly. Harte made the block. It's a good recovery tackle by Matty Haywood. It's Haywood who clears. Now, possibilities for Swindon. Miglioranzi. Through for Sam Parkin. Robinson's come! And Parkin has found the side netting. Agonisingly close. The Leeds goalkeeper exposed for the first time by a perceptive pass from the Brazilian-born American Miglioranzi. And Sam Parkin, who rarely misses, for once was just off target. Parkin. Roque Junior in retreat. Sam Parkin, a former Chelsea reserve, made a World Cup and Champions League winner look rather ordinary. Roque Junior couldn't get a challenge in. Not a proper one. And Sam Parkin is proving himself to be a handful, as his record suggested that he would be. Smith slid in. Here's Lennon. He's got good acceleration. Reeves wants the goalkeeper to come. Had to take avoiding action because Griemink was a little slow in reading his intentions. Kelly. Smith. Parkin. Miglioranzi. Igo's available on the far side. Hewlett is square. This, though, is Jason Wilcox. Smith. At pace, Alan Smith. Well, it's turning into a reasonable tie with chances at both ends. You ought to think about getting a sponsorship deal from a chewing gum company. Stevens. He was hauled over. It's a free kick to Swindon. And this is in a position of some promise. Wasn't a lot in it, but camera has been adjudged guilty of pulling back John Stevenson. Paul Robinson has been threatened only once tonight by Sam Parkin from close range. This is from considerably further out. Grant Smith is the left footer. But it's Andy Gurney who takes it and scores a fabulous goal! A Premiership quality goal from a nationwide league skipper. And suddenly that long, long journey seems very worthwhile. It was a belter of a free kick. And even one of England's finest and most promising goalkeepers couldn't get close to it. Gurney scores for the third time in 4 games. Second Division Swindon lead at Elland Road. Here's Duke, mistake. Here's Lennon for Leeds. Good save by Griemink. Still not away. Lennon. Alembe held off it by Duke. Swindon hold out. Good chance for Aaron Lennon to equalise immediately. And an equally stout save by the former Dutch under-21 goalkeeper Bart Griemink. Kicked away with the left boot. By Gurney. Sam Parkin. Oh, and Robinson was stranded as Stevenson lunged and flicked it on. Leeds are having real problems. Smith. Swindon eager for the half-time whistle to go. A bit more defending to do though. This is Ian Harte. Dangerous to let him attack goal. He can shoot with either foot. That is half-time. The whistle greeted by a loud chorus of boos, and who's to say that Swindon don't deserve their lead? Provided by their skipper Andy Gurney, a free kick of sublime quality. Swindon on their way to a shock win if the scoreline stays like this. Premiership Leeds United deep in trouble. It's Leeds 0, Swindon 1.
Penalty?
Leeds have a long list of cup embarrassments writ large against their name in recent years. Mansfield, Cardiff, Oxford, Tranmere, Reading among those who have caused Leeds to have red faces in the past decade. Swindon, without a win against a top division team in this competition for 16 years, a 3-1 victory at Portsmouth back in the 80s. The last time they knocked a top-flight side out of the League Cup. Here's Lennon. Alan Smith. Corner. Bright start to the second half by Leeds, and it needs to be. There's Hewlett who got a piece of it. Leeds have made a half-time substitution. Didier Domi is on, and it was Alan Smith that nearly got to the corner. Domi has come on for Jason Wilcox. Here's batting. Just asking too much of Cyril Chapuis. Domi, yet another player who's on a year-long loan from Paris Saint-Germain. It's only his 4th appearance in the Leeds first team. He did, though, have a couple of seasons with Newcastle. Of the world on his shoulders. Here's Radaby. Domi holding off Igo. Chapuis. Salomon Alembe. Smith jumped, didn't make contact. Oh, and Didier Domi. He's left-footed. This would suggest very left-footed. Andy King made a point of saying yesterday that Swindon had next to no chance of winning this with all their injuries. He thinks it might have been a slight fib. Smith trying to guide it back. Griemink judged to have carried the ball out of bounds. Clattenburg, the referee, I must say my initial reaction was that he'd kept it within. Well, he's been yellow carded for handling outside his penalty area. Comes Cyril Chapuis, and on to a huge ovation for his first appearance in 9 months, Michael Bridges. And of Cyril Chapuis' first appearance for Leeds. Roque Junior. Domi. Bridges, first touch, and his second shaves the post and grazes the side netting. He's not scored a senior goal in well over 3 years. Leeds could do with one from him now. He's on the verge of the England squad when he got injured. Now he's grateful just to be in the Leeds squad. Swindon are withdrawing one of their front men, John Stevenson, and replacing him with Brian Howard, former England youth international, slotted to midfield, having been signed from Southampton in the close season. And tonight for making reputations. Parkin. unnecessary. Born of frustration. Zumana Kamara, a whack from behind, will bring a mandatory yellow card. Swindon have sent 6 men forward for this. To be swung in by Grant Smith. Nearly fell for Parkin. Brian Howard. Oh, teasing cross! That was so nearly turned in by Parkin. Was defended, or rather wasn't defended, very nervously by Leeds. Kamara. Grant Smith. Igo encouraging Sam Parkin to come through, and Parkin puts Swindon 2-0 in front. Swindon Town, who caused one of the great League Cup upsets by winning the 1969 final against mighty Arsenal, are 2 goals to the good at Elland Road. And the player they affectionately nicknamed Super Sammy Parkin has done the damage to Leeds United. A super passing move, Radaby couldn't effect the challenge. And a lovely finish from Parkin. 33 goals in 59 games for Swindon. Have any been more important than that? Leeds with it all to do now. Lennon. Alan Smith, this will be hurting him. Smith still going. Leeds need something quickly. They appeal for handball, they get a corner. And Smith issues a tirade of invective against the referee's assistant. May well have hit Gurney's hand, but he was at point-blank range. 9 years ago this week, Andy King was a winning manager on this ground. Is history about to repeat itself? Doming. By Gurney. Ian Harte. Bay. Leeds ball. No time to waste for Aaron Lennon. Leeds pushing 6 men up. And Ian Harte makes it 2-1. And there is still quarter of an hour to play. First goal of the season for Ian Harte with that trusty left foot. And a tie that looked like it was swinging away from Leeds is back in the melting pot. Sweet volley. If Leeds could have chosen a player to be hitting the ball on the volley from there, it would have been Ian Harte. Goes Gurney, through goes Alan Smith. Referee has a decision to make. And the decision is a yellow card to Bart Griemink. And 2 yellows means an early departure for the Swindon goalkeeper. We're in the 87th minute. Griemink, who lost a semi-final with Birmingham on this ground 7 years ago, deemed to have caught Alan Smith. He'd already been booked. The referee, fortunately for Swindon, has ruled that it was outside the penalty area by a fraction, but they are now down to 10 men, and they will be forced to make a substitution to bring on their reserve goalkeeper, Rhys Evans. Could have gone either way, that decision, in terms of free kick or penalty. Was always going to be another card for Griemink, and hence the arrival of Evans, former Chelsea youth team keeper, Swindon born. Sammy Igo has been sacrificed. Robinson up to halfway, 90 seconds to play. Alan Smith. Lucas Radaby is foraging, and he'll stay forward for the corner. Swindon smiling, but will they still be in a minute and a half? And here comes the goalkeeper, Paul Robinson. It's all or nothing for Leeds. Mark Paul scored for Sunderland at the weekend, and Robinson will stay forward. Paul got a flying header from this sort of position, and there's Robinson, and he's done it too! Unbelievable scenes! Has Alan Road ever seen a moment like it? Paul Robinson, the goalkeeper, has rescued Leeds United with a flying header, of which Mark Viduka would have been proud. You can only feel for Swindon. This tie, in the most dramatic of circumstances, is heading for extra time. It's a moment that Paul Robinson and the Ellen Road crowd will remember for the rest of their lives. It came in the 94th minute, and they're pinching themselves. Andy King, he just can't believe it. And it finishes after 90 minutes, 2-2. And the man that's supposed to stop goals has scored one, which sends this topsy-turvy second-round Carling Cup tie unexpectedly into extra time.
Well, that extra time failed to produce any goal, so it was into a thrilling penalty shootout.
Mark Clattenburg will be very tight on the goalkeeper moving off his line. Leeds to go first through Alan Smith, into the roof of the Kop end net. He plays for the shirt. Sam Parkin for Swindon. Good fortune via keeper and post. Ian Harte. It's back him 9 times out of 10. Almost too deliberate. Daunting test for 20-year-old Brian Howard. Barely made a first-team appearance in front of the Leeds Kop, but he's up to it, and Swindon lead 2-1. Michael Bridges last found the back of an opponent's net in May 2000. The sequence is ended. 2-2, but Leeds have taken one penalty more. Step forward, another Swindon substitute. A red herring. Big moment for him, and that's a very good penalty. 3-2 to Swindon Town. He's won the World Cup. He's won the Champions League final. It's the Brazilian, Roque Junior. 3-3. Taken like the champion he undoubtedly is. Born in Brazil, an American citizen with an Italian passport. Miglioranzi! Paul Robinson's at it again! He doesn't just score them, he saves them too. (3-3) after 4 penalties per side. Here's a surprise choice. Lucas Radeby for Leeds. It's a very good penalty though. Footballers will always claim that they don't feel pressure. He wouldn't object to being called a journeyman. This could be his moment though. It's Andy Gurney. And Paul Robinson is the Leeds hero. He rescued the tie, and now he's won it. Andy Gurney and Swindon, well, you can only feel for them. They've given so much and leave only with pride and memories. It's Leeds United in the most remarkable of circumstances who go through to the 3rd round of the Carling Cup. It wasn't a headline fixture, but it's one that those who witnessed it at a very healthily populated Elland Road will not forget for a long, long time. It's enough to stretch any friendship, even that between Peter Reid and Andy King. Leeds win on penalties. They go through. Swindon, after such a brave fight, go out.
Tonight I thought we deserved a victory. I thought, you know, what pleased me most was that we come and we played with quality, and you know, it was just a fantastic performance. That's the most proud I've been of any side I've managed. It was a fantastic achievement. But they've been surprising me week in, week out at the moment, John. They're a good side, as people are becoming aware of.
It's a good story, isn't it? You know, Paul Robinson getting a header, and then you know, fortunate enough to win on penalties, because I think it is a bit of a lottery. You know, I've won them and I've lost them, and it's not the greatest way to end a football match, but the most important thing for Leeds United is getting through to the next round.
Played really well for 89.5 minutes and got done. I think I asked the referee how long was left when they took the corner, and he said 30 seconds, and I think just hold out, and then the keeper pops up. So disappointed, but you know, we can be very proud of the way I played. You know, the way we played, especially first half. We've come here and maybe outplayed them in a way. So you know, we can be proud of that fact.
When you saw the ball coming in and you thought, I've got a chance of getting to this, what happened in your mind?
I don't know, you know, I thought, you know, when it first came over, I thought it was too high. I just jumped, and then I didn't know where it had gone, and I turned around, it was in the back of the net. And the next thing I knew, I was in the corner, and like, all the lads were on top of me, and I just crumbled to the floor.
And it would be at the Kop end as well, wouldn't it?
I know, yeah, that's a dream come true for anyone to score like their team's home ground in front of the fans, and that is brilliant.
94th minute, your friend Peter Reid had given it up, but up comes the goalkeeper. Has a goalkeeper ever scored against one of your sides before?
I just said to them, you know, acts of God, you shouldn't use that word, but I mean, how many times in life have you heard that? You know, it's 3 times, isn't it? It's happened. I can't think, you know, we got beat by a phenomenon in a way, but are you allowed to swear on ITV? Because these are lucky, you know, and it seems that they get everything. These Premiership people get everything, you know.
Cup last night.
The second division team were just seconds away from beating the Premiership side with a candidate for goal of the season when the Leeds goalkeeper, headed an equaliser.
It's as close to glory as any team can get without actually winning. From the moment Andy Gurney put Swindon in front at Elland Road with a Premiership quality free kick, the second division side seemed to be on course for the shock of the Carling Cup second round. Despite injury problems, Swindon were matching Leeds for quality, a fact underlined by their second goal, where slick passing put Sam Parkin in position for an even slicker finish. At 2-0 up, Swindon were cruising, although Leeds defender Ian Harte had other ideas as he volleyed the Yorkshire side back into contention a few minutes later. But then the game turned on 2 crucial moments of goalkeeping. First, Bart Griemink was sent off for a second bookable offence after clashing with Alan Smith 3 minutes from time. Then, with only seconds remaining, Leeds stopper Paul Robinson came up to join the action from a corner.
And there's Robinson, and he's done it too! Paul Robinson, the goalkeeper, has rescued Leeds United with a flying header.
Heartbreaking stuff for Swindon, but they still had enough composure to get through extra time and into a penalty shootout. At 3-3, Stefani Miglioranzi was denied by more Robinson heroics. Lucas Radebi scored, and then Swindon skipper Andy Gurney also failed to beat the Leeds hero of the night.
When you saw the ball coming in and you thought, I've got a chance of getting to this, what happened in your mind?
I don't know, I thought, when he first came over, I thought it was too high. I just jumped and then I didn't know where it had gone. I turned around, it was in the back of the net.
I asked the referee how long was left when he took the corner, and he said 30 seconds, and I think he just hold out, and then the keeper pops up,
So Swindon bow out with their heads held high, but this will always be remembered as Paul Robinson's night. Nigel Turner, HTV News.
We kicked at the Goalkeepers Union.
Cruciating penalty shootout. At one point, the Robins were 2-0 up. So what was it like to watch it? Let's hear from the chairman, Willie Carson, the physio, Dick McKay, and a fan, Tony Norris.
It was so nearly a giant killing. Swindon went 1-0 up with a world-class free kick from captain Andy Gurney.
And scores a fabulous goal!
Oh, absolutely fantastic.
Gurns was really up for it the whole game.
It was a lovely moment, great moment.
Then Sam Parkin makes it 2-0.
And Parkin puts Swindon 2-0 in front.
We thought we were home and dry.
Little Swindon beating the mighty Leeds.
We all managed to get onto the pitch in 2 or 3 seconds. It was great.
And then Leeds pulled one back.
And Ian Harte.
And then it got painful. Their goalkeeper joined the attack to equalise in the dying seconds of the game.
And there's Robinson, and he's done it too!
Oh, dear.
We were a little bit upset at this stage. I mean, obviously, we were praying for the whistle.
Swindon survived extra time with 10 men, and it reached the penalty shootout.
Leeds to go first through Alan Smith, into the roof of the copper.
And then free kick king Andy Gurney lines up to save the game.
I thought he was going to score.
This could be his moment, though. It's Andy Gurney.
And then somehow the ball wasn't in the back of the net.
There you are. It's that much.
I think it's given the town a buzz, and fantastic performance.
They matched the Premier League side in every department.
Swindon should be very proud of their football team, and they should go and see them more often. That's what I say.
Well, despite the loss, the confidence and, quite frankly, the cash from this big game will give Swindon Town a huge boost. Steve Nibbs, BBC Points West.
It had everything, didn't it? It had drama, It had good goals, it had quality.
Yeah, I mean, the immense drama. I mean, immense drama. You know, even in the sense of, you know, that was TV. If it was on TV, that was football at its greatest. Even in the element of my best mate over the other side of the road, you know, under extreme pressure, Leeds United in millions of pounds of debts, World Cup winners on the pitch in Rocker Junior, internationals all over the place. And there was a team of second division people that had been put together for, I don't know, £20,000 that had outplayed them. And there was a manager sitting opposite me who I played with, was one of the best players I ever played with, was one of the most respected people I have in the game as a manager. And there he was sitting with his hands in his head, not knowing what to do. And his flick of the card and the luck within this game was, and I don't think he did it, was his goalkeeper comes up and gets an equaliser. I mean, you couldn't write that script. For me, it was the wrong script. But it, you know, it really made for a great night.
When you think back, is that your biggest memory, them getting the equaliser on the full whistle?
I think so, because it's just, you know, it's such a bizarre memory. Not, you know, many people have put in the game, I suppose, where the keepers come up and scored in the last minute, and it, you know, it was shattering to think we could have won, and then obviously went on to lose on penalties.
But looking back over the game itself, and just talking through it, actually, Swindon were probably the better team for the majority of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been up to Leeds this weekend and seen a lot of people for the first time since the game, and you know, and they thought we were the better side, especially sort of first half. And to say that we played the better football, you know, is a big compliment to us.
Just taking you back to that night at Leeds, what are the strongest memories for you?
Not one particular thing. I mean, just obviously playing in front of a big crowd is great for all of us, and seeing us set up the dressing rooms and stuff like that, and the players you're going to be playing against, is fantastic for a second division footballer. Unfortunately, we put on a good show. We were you know, very, very unlucky not to win on the night, so I think all the supporters that went up there were very proud of us.
how much did it take the shine off it that you lost on penalties in the end?
I don't think it did a great deal, to be honest. We were disappointed to go out, but it was a fantastic performance. I think it was shown, the highlights were shown on TV, and the reports that we had on the game were of a great Swindon performance. So I don't think we were too disappointed to go out. Realistically, we're not going to win the Worthington Cup and or whatever it's called now, the League Cup, and so it's one less game probably when we're pushing for promotion at the end of the season.